This video is a discussion of how to make blocks. A block requires a group of objects, a name, and a base point, which becomes an insertion point. I'm indicating the base point. Do not select this feature when you select objects. A block is an object of multiple objects, something that you can reuse over and over again in a drawing to save time. That way you don't need to draw them individually if you see them over and over again in a drawing. Like we do in electronic schematics, we can make one of them and insert them as needed when we draw an electrical circuit. So this message says that a block can be inserted into a drawing to save time. Even more, they can be scaled and rotated when you insert them. In order to make your assignment, I had to use layers. So you'll see layers when I hit this down arrow. However, when you make blocks, you only work on layer 0. There should be no other layers in this file at all. Let me take off the dimensions so that we can begin. Type in block, hit enter, and a window will pop up. And it's called block definition. You're going to select a base point, objects, and some type of behavior of these blocks. The first thing you're going to do is select the objects you're going to turn into a block. So I'll click on this button here, the screen will disappear. I'll work with the resistor first. I'll pick everything in the resistor except for the green circle, and then hit enter. My base point is what I will use as my insertion point when I need to use that part. I'll click on pick point, and I'll pick where the green circle indicates, the end point of this line. The behavior indicates how it will be used. Annotative is a whole other topic, and we're going to just ignore that. Allow exploding is important, so we'll leave that on. Another set of questions is here. What to do with these parts after you finish them. Retain them as they are, in other words, a whole bunch of lines. Convert them into a block, which means the original turns into a block, or delete them, meaning they'll disappear, but they'll still be a block saved, as you see in this picture. It's best to keep retain so that the original objects do not change. So select retain. The location of your base point is not relevant. You need to give it a name. This is a resistor, so you name it resistor. If you hit the down arrow, you'll see the list of all the different blocks you created along the way. As you can see, I've done this before, so there's a whole bunch of them. Since I already have one created as resistor, it won't let me use that same name. But if I made updates to the resistor, I could pick the same name, and it will ask me that the existing resistor block has not been modified, which means I didn't do anything to it. But if I did make changes to it, it would ask me if I want to make those changes. So click OK, and you're done. Okay, I've already made one like I said, so I'll just close this. Make a block for each of these objects using the names of the parts that you see in the assignment. That's how you make a block. Now, how to insert a block. You'll type in insert. The command is called insert. This window pops up. You look for your list. Here's resistor. You'll see a preview of it. You'll see some options. You specify on screen where the insertion point is. That's typically what we always do. Whether or not you're going to scale it or not going to scale it. So we're going to keep it full size, or the size at which we made it. But you still have that option. Rotation is important because we do want to rotate its orientation, so we'll leave that on. Click OK, and your mouse will now have that resistor attached to it where it was created. The reason why we want rotation on is because sometimes a block will come in a different direction. So if ortho is on, for example, I could click where I want this to go, and then I could rotate in which direction it should be in. And then click. That's how you insert a block. insert, I-N-S-E-R-T, select another object, click OK, everything's the same settings. So I want it right there, and there they are attached. You're going to need some wire. There will be some wire connecting our parts. So you'll be getting a drawing to create soon. So you may need, for example, to create your own wire before you insert blocks. This is the end of the video.